Why you choose strength conditioning your work?
Thanks for that wonderful question. First of all, Paul, thanks for having us here. Actually, nag-decide akong maging strength conditioning coach. It was way back when I was in high school pa lang. So, when I was in high school, kasi diba, before, di ako inabot ng K-12 eh. So, ayun, gratefully. Diba? So, pero, super crucial yung magde-decide ka ng course program. So, back then, ay nakapag-high school ako sa UST. Pumupunta na yung mga interns ng sports science sa amin kasi they're conducting research. Tapos, alam mo yun, medyo at first, na-attract ako na parang ang angas, diba? Ang build yung physique nila. Tapos, yung uniform nila nun, polo shirt na dry fit na sobrang angas talaga. So, parang naging interested ako dun sa program ng sports science. Tapos, medyo nag-align yung mga bagay-bagay kasi may brother ako nun na from na UST graduate din. So, college siya nun. And he was a part din of UST Yellow Jackets, yung official drumline ng UST. May kabatch siya na sports science yung tinitig. So, from there, may natatanungan ako kung kamusta yung program, ano yung work na pwedeng marating nun kapag natapos mo yung course. So, yun, dun nag-start yun. Pero eventually, nung pandemic, if I have to dial it back, nag-start siya kasi when I was a kid, super gusto ko talagang makarating kung nasan sila Brad ngayon and other professional athletes. Pero, medyo iba yung tinadhana, and parang ang nangyari is I had to find a way how to get into sports, and luckily yun, pwede ka mag-aral towards that path, and yun, blessing ni Lord na nakarating tayo sa point na nakakatulong tayo sa athletes and other people who want to get better. So yun, dun siya medyo kung nung pinagtagpi-tagpi ko yung mga bagay-bagay, everything is nag-align na dito talaga. So I'm here to help guys out to get better and be in a better shape for them to play.
Coach, how did you get your career started in Adamson?
So nag-start sa Adamson kasi yun nga, I feel like this is an industry na it's not easy to go into, di ba? Kasi parang just like what my previous mentor na si Coach, shoutout kay Coach Andre na SNC ng Tokentex and Ateneo. So, ang pinaka-sinabi niya sa akin, it's not just what you know, it's who you know sa field. So, kailangan may network ka. So, parang ang nangyari nun is graduating kami. So, we're waiting for our graduation day. And yung isang professor namin, si Coach PD, nagtanong siya na I think nagkaroon ng opening sa Adamson Women's Basketball nun. Tapos they were looking for a strength and conditioning coach. So, dun, ang nangyari is nag-send kami ng CV, tapos luckily binigyan ako ng break ng head coach, which is Coach Ewan Aray, one of the most established players here in the Philippines ng women's basketball. So luckily, dun, na binigyan niya ako ng opportunity and chance to help the team, even if yun talaga yung pinakauna kong team right after graduation. So, yun, dun siya nag-start.
How's your first coach semi-professional team in MPBL?
Nung nag-start ako sa MPBL with Imus, Paul, ang nangyari nun kasi, they were looking for medyo super grateful sa experience na nakapasok ako ng Imus na MPBL team. Kasi doon somehow nagkaroon ng exposure kung how it is to train professional athletes na before I think hindi pa ata sila professional kasi pre-pandemic pa yun, diba? So nung pandemic lang naman naging pro league yung MPBL. Pero noon nagkaroon ako ng glimpse how it is to train people who do this for a living. Siguro yun yung I think one of the questions mamaya ma-address din yun. Pero ang difference is some of them do this kasi they have to provide for their families. So as their strength and conditioning coach, before kasi SNC/PT ako so isa lang talaga. So parang kailangan maganda yung maging performance nila para magkaroon sila, para manalo kami. So syempre pag nanalo may financial incentive yun na makakatulong, malaking help for every one of us. Tapos meron ding chances na ma-call up sila sa PBA if they play well. Or syempre dun din nagkakaroon din ng impact yun, whether how much they will be paid or if kukunin sila ng other team. So right from there, na-realize ko yung importance ng role namin as a strength and conditioning coach na we're not just there just to make them do exercises. We're there kasi we are in a position and the place na we can help them get to play better and get paid para may ma-provide sa families. So doon ako nagkaroon ng glimpse and luckily again for that opportunity and super fun kasi yung MPBL siya ba't ibang lugar. So yun lang, medyo late na natapos yung games. Pero I feel like that exposure and somehow glimpse of what it is or how it is to train professional athletes, super naging siya, blessed. And actually dun din isa din yun sa reason kaya din ako napunta sa Blackwater right from that stint. So yun, super blessed na napunta ako and nakuha ko.
So how is your career in Blackwater?
Okay, masaya. With Blackwater, kung ma-answer ko, it's something that I wouldn't trade for with anything else. Like yung experience, the people I get to work with, yung mga challenges, just day to day, super grateful ako and blessed to be a part of everything. Kasi I do believe na ang dami kong natutunan that I wouldn't learn from anywhere else. So right from there, as a young, kahit as ngayon na I think I'm 7 going 8 years sa pagiging strength and conditioning coach, I'm in a position where I can learn and gano'n naman yung mindset And luckily, I'm around players and coaches who have that same mindset, yung growth mindset. So, sobrang blessed yung experience. And with Blackwater kasi, what I love about our team, we are there to prove others wrong. We are there to prove everyone wrong na not giving us a chance or somehow na-overlooked, diba? Medyo may underdog mentality kasi pagka nasa ganung team. So, masaya yung ganun na, okay, we're out here to work and really prove our worth. Siguro, hindi naman din sa iba, pero to ourselves din na we can be better. So, parang yun yung pinaka, takeaway ko with being, I think one of the reasons din kaya I'm still with the team kasi nandun yung growth mindset na yun and yung opportunity to get better. So, super fun, super grateful. Again, kung bibigyan ako ng opportunity to go somewhere, medyo pag-iisipan ko talaga. Pero if I will be having an opportunity to still work and nandun pa rin yung trust ng management, ng coaches, ng players, I'll still be with Blackwater for sure.
Oh, yeah. Advice for players like myself who's, have struggles with injuries. With me, specifically, was my knees. So, is there any advice you would give, other people going through it or people that want to try and prevent things like that happening to them?
Okay, I feel like, ito yung question na medyo tricky or somehow will definitely do my best to answer this question. Kasi for sure, iba-iba. Diba? Lagi naman whenever you have an injury or an issue or a problem, it will always be a case-to-case basis. So, medyo, sige, gawin natin general. Pero with regards to injuries, unang-una with Brad kasi I feel like he's one of the guys na very eager to learn and listen. So I feel like that's what's crucial when you're an athlete or a player. Kahit hindi ka injured if you're someone who really wants to get better, kailangan sobrang open ka. Diba? Lalong-lalo na for established players like Brad and other pro athletes out there, somehow they have to have that mindset na whether if they'll be working with a coach, either sa team or they'll tap other coaches outside, kailangan marunong silang makinig and magtiwala talaga dun sa gagawin. Kasi what's crucial about it, actually, lahat naman ng coaches or exercises, technically, hindi naman iba-iba talaga totally. Nagkakaroon lang ng difference kasi certain athletes have more trust and buy-in dun sa coach na whatever we say, kailangan gagawin talaga nila wholeheartedly. Kasi diba, I do believe na whatever you put into, like kung ano yung effort mo, the way how you discipline yourself, the way how you really have that attention to detail when it comes to recovery training, lahat yun, it will all add up and it will help you recover from your injury or even get better as a player. So, yun yung naging madali. Lalo na si Brad, funny thing about him, siya talaga yung player that you want to work with kasi hindi mo siya kailangan pilitin, di ba? Lalo na nagsastart kami si Brad as in parang coach kailan tayo. Ay, sobrang sobrang ma-feel mo yung eagerness niya. Hindi naman. Borderline siguro. Nandun yung drive, di ba, na ma-feel mo yung passion niya to get better and to really be healthy. So, number one yun. Kasi kahit gaano kagaling yung coach or kahit gaano kaganda yung program, if the athlete doesn't have that, drive and paano ba? Basta gusto kang ganun. So, plus, di ba?
That's probably a big thing.
Hindi talaga. Pero ikaw, Brad, what helped you,
Siyempre, like, you and other coaches, yung support mo, like, not even on the court. At home, your wife, your whoever is in your circle. Siyempre, sometimes you get, like, when I was out, I felt like, I don't know, it was really dark. So, I needed them to kind of, like, kind of guide me sometimes when, like, I didn't want to go rehab or I didn't want to work out. Yung inspiration ko to just keep going.
Yeah. So, yun, sobrang crucial nung support system. The people around you, the people you surround yourself with, kung yung binibigay nilang advices, how do they motivate you and inspire you to keep on going. I feel like yun din, super underrated factor when it comes to rehab and recovering from injuries. So, well said, bro. I like it.
You like it? I like it.
Yeah.
Well, the difference in coaching in pros and in amateurs, or even the difference in MPBL also and PBL.
Siguro hindi naman totally iba. Like, the one thing na is beautiful with sports kasi everyone just wants to get better and play good. So parang, I feel like hindi siya nagkakaiba on that sense. Although, medyo iba lang is yung level or stage that they need to perform with. Kasi with my experience with amateur and pro, super siya. I feel like it's something na life-changing kasi when it comes to amateurs, diba, their goal is to get to the pro level. And kapag nandun naman na, ang challenge na for coaches is na nakarating na sila doon, how can they get better from where they are coming into the pro leagues. So, pinaka main difference lang siguro is yung maturity standpoint. Kasi when it comes to amateurs, diba, parang they have a lot of things going on pa eh. School, yung pag-grow, diba, some of them are still finding who they are. Diba, I feel like minsan nga sa pros kahit first few years mo, ganun pa rin. Pero I feel like with amateurs, they have a lot of things going on pa. Lalo na they are student athletes. So medyo tricky yung pag-balance ng training, ACADS, di ba? They still need to get their diplomas kahit or makagraduate, syempre. So with pros naman, may other challenges din yun. Like what Brad said, may family, may other stuff, some of them have businesses. So then again, you still have to consider then yung aspects na yun. I feel like lagi sinasabi ni Brad yun na parang try having a kid, di ba? Parang whenever we give such advices like, okay, sleep 8 to 10 hours. Sa amateurs kasi or sa college athletes, gawin mo lang, kunin mo yung cellphone nila, pwede na eh. Well, siguro may ibang phone sila or whatsoever. Siyempre, coaches din yung alam yan. Pero, di ba, it's easier to hold them accountable. Pero with pro athletes, you need to hold them accountable. Pero still consider na they have other things in life na somehow may factor with training and recovery. So yun lang. Yeah, knowing the differences as coaches, we always have to have that mindset na these athletes are not just players. Most of them, they are mga tatay sila, 'di ba? Husband sila, partner sila, business owner sila, student sila. So I feel like what worked for me is having that thought na hindi lang sila players, tao sila in the first place. So if we consider it or if alam natin yun on the top of our minds, it's easier to talk to them and be emphatic with them kapag somehow they miss workouts, they're too tired or konti energy nila kasi napuyat sila, di ba? Dahil nag-school sila or nag-alaga sila ng kids nila. Those things play a big factor when it comes to training. So as a coach, we should be very aware of that. And yung pag-communicate din ng athletes. I feel like si Brad din yung one of the few guys na very open with communicating kung puyat siya or medyo pangit yung sleep na the day before or madami silang naging lakad kaya medyo pagod siya. So that made it easier for me to adjust whenever needed sa training. So very crucial yun when it comes to day-to-day training.
If you became PBA player, who do you want to face there?
Siyempre si Bradona. Hindi, pinag-isipan ko kanina. Kasi parang, well, first of all, kung may haharapin ako, siyempre, the guys I'm close with. So, sila. Diba? I feel like kapag minsan mga SNC drills, I feel like ang saya to compete with them sometimes. Hard. Pagka sprints or throwing things sa wall or overhead, super fun na may nasa ganong environment. So, first of all, sila muna harapin ko kasi testingin ko kung napalakas ko talaga sila o hindi, di ba? So, parang I feel like it's a good measurement kung effective yung program or na-help ko sila mag-improve. So, with other teams, syempre isa na dun si Troy, syempre, di ba? Coming from, I feel like he's one of the guys then very competitive. So I feel like if you're in the league tapos competitive ka, and as a person, yun naman yung gusto ko yung competition. So if ganun yung mindset ng player, for me mas yun yung mga gusto kong kalabahan. If ever, kahit sa basketball or kahit anong bagay pa yun.
You've done it before, Coach, naman after practice, right? I've seen you do one-on-ones with...
Playing ones? Oh, syempre sa medyo height lang natin, like si RK. Kaya, diba, makashoot ka lang against an RK Ilagan, super, saya ng accomplishment. Pero minsan, di ko alam kung pinagbibigyan niya ako kasi coach niya ako eh. Pero, yun, doon mo rin makikita yung difference nila. Like yung level of their talent and their physical capability. Sobrang iba eh. Ma-humble ka talaga na and ma-realize mo bakit sila nasa PBA. Kasi they're really that good and talented and have very solid physical capabilities. So as a coach, parang sobrang sobrang blessing na lang and somehow challenging to help them maintain that level and improve from there.
What line of work would you be in?
Unang-unang wala talaga akong plan B. Medyo people would attest to that na as young as siguro 14 years old ako, ito na yung invitation ko eh, or parang somehow tinarget ko na gagawin. So, parang ang nangyari lang, if ever hindi, so mahirap talaga sagutin yun. Pero, nung nagde-decide ako ng course, ang nangyari ata either pinag-iisipan ko kung sports science or as a strength and conditioning coach or pre-law. Para eto at hindi ko pa to na-share sa iba. Parang gusto kong medyo yun nga gusto kong palaban tayo eh. So parang if ever na I'll be something else, siguro nag-lawyer ako. Kasi I feel like it's nice to fight for something and be able to stand up for it.
Last question, your starting five in the NBA?
Point guard muna. Steph Curry. Siyempre, OG. Diba? Kahit sabihin natin is still one of the best point guards out there. And growing up, siya yung pinapanood ko na PG. So, who doesn't want him as a point guard if given an option? Although may other choices, pero feeling ko siya. Two, I like the flair of Anthony Edwards. Diba? Lagay tayo ng young blood dyan. As shooting guard, medyo gusto ko yung niya, motor and drive talaga. He thinks he's one of the best even at a young age. So I can see myself with him. Dati kasi parang bata pa lang ako, parang feeling ko ako na yung the best eh. So, di ba, ganun naman, pag ganun yung mindset mo, it helps a lot with your confidence. At the three, can't go wrong with LeBron. Diba? Diba? Lake Show! Siyempre, arguably one of the best players out there. Kahit sa 2K din naman wala pa rin NBA 2K, wala pa rin makakapigil sa kanya kahit video game yun. So, and with his leadership and IQ, intellect, super admirable yun. And we're not even talking about how his discipline is to play at this level, at that age, at that lahat-lahat, pressure and everything. Sobrang admirable. And even though hater ako, kasi Kobe fan ako, so hater ako before, di ba? Pero wala eventually still you can't root against that guy. So, at the 4, so what's the 4? Medyo gagawin kong 4 si Jokic. Medyo mandadaya ako dun. Isa-slide ko siya into my 4 kasi diba, kasi lalagay ko sa 5 si Wemby. So parang gusto ko medyo athletic. Medyo fantasy team. Medyo wild fantasy team. Pero I feel like if those guys can play off of each other, sobrang wala. Siguro 82-0 yun. Medyo. I'm betting na medyo okay yung standing nun. So, Wemby at the 5, Jokic, LeBron, and Steph.
Thank you for watching.